Yeah, I guess we lost that run. Well, that kind of sucks. The run was kind of doomed, but it was also kind of good. So I really wanted to finish it. So I guess we're starting another one. That kind of blows. But what I was going to say, there are studies that show that 100 milligrams of Spyro, which is the regular dosage for HRT, some people take more, and I'll get to that in a second. But 1/3 of the patients taking 100 milligrams of Spyro showed no signs of testosterone suppression. The other third showed some signs of testosterone suppression, but not even close to enough for reaching female levels of hormones. And 1/3 reached good enough levels of testosterone suppression on Spyro. So it only works on 1/3 of the people at 100 milligrams. That's why a lot of the people tend to take 300 milligrams, which is bad because Spyro is a diuretic, so you're going to have to deal with a lot of side effects. So that kind of sucks. Also, there are other studies on Spyro. There's kind of like a new study from 2018 that kind of shows that it doesn't actually suppress testosterone at all. That the suppression we see in some women is actually relating to the estradiol levels they have. Because here's the thing, estradiol, estrogens by themselves, they do suppress testosterone. So if you do have a high level of estradiol in your blood, like for example you take injections instead of pills, but you can also get high levels with pills if you take, like for example, 6 milligrams of pills sublingually. Remember, if you're gonna take pills, you always want to take them sublingually. You do not want to swallow them. Leave them under your tongue, let them dissolve. That's the way to go. That preserves 90% more estradiol versus taking the pill orally. So remember, if you're gonna take pills, let them dissolve under your tongue. That's gonna give you much higher estradiol levels. And as I was about to say, having higher estradiol levels suppresses your testosterone further. Some girls, they have such high levels of estradiol that they don't actually even need to take an anti-androgen because the estradiol by itself already removes all the testosterone from their body. So, but that's kind of like a personal thing. I can't give a blank recommendation to just, oh, don't worry about anti-testosterone, anti-androgens, just get high estrogen. Yes, that works, but that doesn't work for everyone. Doesn't work for everyone. Doesn't work for everyone. So I can't give that as a blank recommendation, but that's something that happens. So if you have high levels of, I hate the unfinished gun, it is so bad. High levels of estradiol, that does suppress your testosterone. So it seems like the 1/3 that was taking Spyro, that was actually having good levels of testosterone, it seems like it wasn't because of Spyro, it was actually just because they had high estradiol levels. I didn't see that at all. That kind of sucks, but it doesn't really matter. If it is not during the boss fight, I'm not concerned about losing HP on the first floor. Oh, I appreciate the chest. Well, we got some HP back. And the ice bomb, cool it. Interesting. So yeah, Spyro kind of sucks. If you can, get bicalutamide. Also, I have heard, and this isn't confirmed yet, but there are some people worried about it, and they're kind of studying that now, that spironolactone might actually suppress estradiol, which would be bad. But I cannot confirm that. That for now is just a speculation. They need to do more studies to come to a full, realization on that. But there are, there are suspicions that might be the case. So if you can, definitely get bicalutamide over spironolactone. Spyro is just not good for HRT. And it does suck that people in the USA cannot get cyproterone acetate, which is utterly safe and utterly excellent. It really does suck, but it is what it is. USA, I guess. But just ask on informed consent if they can give you bicalutamide. They might be able to. Green chest. I am gonna open it. We do have a Rad's gun, so this gun is like really fucking strong, but it is very difficult to use, so I'm a bit concerned about that. I worry I have high testosterone due to my body hair. I haven't gotten my blood test back yet. I'm definitely moving out of the USA. The USA is good in many aspects, but it does suck a lot if you are transgender. It kind of like really blows in that sense. There are worse places on Earth, don't get me wrong. There are much worse places on Earth, but that's just kind of how it is, I guess. There are better places though than the USA, that is for sure. For example, here in Brazil, if you want to get cyproterone acetate, if you want to get estradio, you just go into the drugstore and you just ask, and they'll just give it to you. They don't even ask for a prescription or anything. So that's pretty sweet. Also here in Brazil, for example, if you are trans, you can actually change your name without having to go through a judicial process. You don't need a judge to authorize your name change. You actually just go to the document registry place where you are registered, where you were registered when you were born, and you just say, I'm transgender, I want to change my name, and they are obligated by law, federal law, to do it. So that's pretty fucking awesome. It is very easy. You get it done in like 3 days. It is like amazing. But with that said, Brazil is also not the safe haven for transgender people. We do have very high rates of transgender deaths, especially trans women. So that kind of really blows. Also, our current president is like a neo-fascist. So, well, that sucks. But I was just trying not to get the barrel destroyed, but they did destroy it. I should have just blanked, to be entirely honest. But we do have a water barrel here, so the oubliette is not lost. But yeah, our current president, for example, he absolutely hates not just trans people, but gay people too. So, I don't know, things might be changing in Brazil very soon. Just like they changed in the USA. The USA wasn't that bad, actually, for trans people. Obama had actually made quite a few, like, good, like, governmental decisions that improved the lives of trans people, you know, protecting trans people in schools, for example, and whatnot, protecting employment, in housing. Those things have mostly been erased by the Trump administration, though, so kind of sucks. Here in Brazil, the lucky part that we have is that most of these decisions that are helping and protecting trans people, they do not come from the executive power. They come from the legislative and the judicial power, so the president can't really reverse it. They can, but it's not that easy, so there's still hope that even though we do have a neo-fascist president, that things are not gonna get that bad here. We'll see, I guess. Just junk, that's fine. A lot of American trans women tell you not to self-med. Alright, here's the thing, I'm a doctor. Cool. I'm not graduated yet, but I am pretty much a doctor, alright? This is safe. There's nothing you need to be concerned about this. This is estradio. Estradio, absolutely safe. Cyproterone acetate? Safe until you start taking high dosages. The thing with Cypro is that it is used for cancer treatment in very high dosages of like 300 milligrams per day. I take 25 milligrams per day. That's 10 times less. Now I'm gonna do this so I can get the gun like stronger. I know how this works. I've used it before. Alright, so this boss, you wanna kill one of them as quickly as possible and go for the next phase. I'm just gonna... Wow, that sucked. That sucked. I missed that. Wow. But yeah, I was gonna say, you really want to kill them as quickly as possible, one of them, and go for the next phase, because the next phase is a lot easier. Yeah, I'm not using the rad gun properly, but let's be honest, it is very difficult when you like have the boss like on you like this. I can really only pay attention to a certain amount of things, you know. It is limited, my brain is not that good at Gungeon. There we go, second phase. Well, I should really have reloaded that better, but... But yeah, HRT, it is safe. Self-medicating HRT, not a big deal. This is medical advice. I shouldn't say that. I think that is against Twitch terms of service. But it is just safe. Women take HRT all the time. You know, birth control pills? That's literally HRT. I hate that I missed the perfects. But let's be honest, I'm dealing so little damage that it's kind of like, it is what it is. I'm not really that concerned. Cis women, when they take birth control pills, it is just HRT. It is literally the same thing. It is just on slightly smaller dosages, but it is just not a big deal. People were like, don't self-med, it is dangerous, etc, etc. It is not. I'm sorry, it is just not. Well, I like the vertebrae. Oh my god, that sucks. I really should learn how to identify the mimics in Gungeon, because I get fucked over by them quite a lot. I stopped talking because I'm trying to make the rad gun work, but it just doesn't work for me. Well, there goes my whole HP. This run is kind of like really cursed, but maybe it's gonna get better now that we have the vertebrae. And we also have whatever this is. If the game's gonna show me Snowballer, alright, interesting. This is pretty decent. But yeah, self-medding HRT, it's really nothing. It's really nothing. Look, everyone has hormones. Everyone has hormones. These are just hormones. This is just hormones. This is not it's not a medication. It's just hormones. It is not a big deal. Now, with that said, you should be aware of a few things. If you take a medication for certain conditions, like for example epilepsy, if you take lamotrigine, if you have a chronic condition, go to your doctor instead of self-medding. That should be self-evident. So, for example, if you take lamotrigine for epilepsy or as a mood stabilizer for depression or bipolarity, do not self-med because estradiol does reduce the effectiveness of lamotrigine, so that can become a problem for you. Estradiol also increases the chances of you having convulsions. So if you have issues with convulsions, you do not want to self-medicate estradiol. You want to go to your doctor first. Now, admittedly, on the other hand, progesterones and progestins like Cipro reduce the occurrence of convulsions. So, you know, if there's ways, it's not that you cannot do HRT, you can, you just need to have a doctor helping you, because since you're not a doctor, you're not going to be able to figure these things out by yourself. But there are safe dosages you can use, even if you have chronic conditions or serious conditions. Now, there are other conditions that you should be aware of if you're going to self-med HRT. If you have diabetes, if you are obese, be careful. All right, it's not the biggest of deals, but you need to be careful. The biggest concern with estradiol is that it increases the chances of you having a blood clot. Studying women above 50 years old, the chances of them having a blood clot without being on HRT, and the game is frozen right now. This is not just me talking. This is me waiting for the game to come back. The women above 50 years old not on HRT, that chance of having a blood clot is 5 in 1,000. So 5 women in 1,000 not taking HRT, they are going to have a blood clot. When you take HRT, that chance goes to 9 in 1,000. So it kind of, you know, it increases your chances of having a blood clot. With that said, those are in women above 50 years old, which are... I always forget that's a thing. I assume, yeah, I was gonna say, I assume you can't actually do what I was gonna do that. Well, that sucks. So yeah, if you have diabetes, if you are obese, it's not that you're gonna have a blood clot, but if you sit down the whole day, if you stay in bed the whole day, it increases your chances of having a blood clot. So it's not that you shouldn't take HRT, you should just get out of bed. You should just get up from the chair, you know? Those are the things you should be concerned about. Just improve your lifestyle, and if you do that, you should be absolutely fine. Like, there's absolutely no concerns, let's be entirely honest. With people with diabetes, the pills, the estradiol pills, they usually contain sugar, so you need to make sure it is like the timing you're using them is fine, etc, etc, so that you can like monitor your blood sugar properly and whatnot. So there are cases in which self-medicating HRT is not 100% safe, but it's still pretty safe though. And like I said, even if you're like obese, it's just like, if you just take care of yourself, you're not gonna really have a blood clot, you know? If you walk, if you stand up, if you just don't sit down the whole day. Because here's the thing, women above 50 years old, they are a risk group for having blood clots already because of the lifestyles. When you become older, you become a lot more sedentary, right? You tend to exercise less. But even then, also you lose muscle mass, which is a factor in antibody use-up, are factors in developing blood clots, etc, etc. Chances to improve healing received, that's pretty decent. Even then, even in women above 50 years old, the incidence of blood clots is still incredibly low. It is only 9 women in 1,000, you know? It's like, if you're gonna be worrying about that kind of odds, you're just not gonna ever leave your house, you know, because like the odds of getting a traffic accident, they're pretty major, you know. The odds of, you know, getting accidents in general, developing any diseases, contracting serious diseases from like the outside world, you know, it's just 9 in 1,000, 9 per mil, as we would say. It's just really not that big of a concern. But it is, you should be aware of it. It is a thing. It does increase your chances of having a blood clot. Take care of yourself, have good lifestyle, habits, and self-medicating HRT is not going to be a concern. Unless you have a chronic condition like epilepsy or convulsions, then yes, it is a concern. Well, might as well just try that, I guess. Oh, is that Sir Jenkin? Oh, gold junk! Wow! It gave us 500 golds. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, people really overstate. And it is people who don't actually know what they're talking about. It's people who just heard, well, you should always tell people not to self-medicate. That's not the case. As a doctor, I will say there are many cases in which we tell people to self-medicate. Whenever you take paracetamol, for example, you're self-medicating. You know, whenever you take like any medication, there's many medications you should take when you need them. You don't need to go to a doctor to take them. It's just, alright, I didn't see the things on the floor there. Nice to know that they exist. Self-medicating is not inherently bad. I think people really make it out to be like a lot worse than it actually is. It's not that bad. What you shouldn't do is always self-medicate when you have serious issues that you would need a doctor to look into, you know? Like, for example, if you have an infection or you're suspecting that you have an infection, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Do not take antibiotics without going to the doctor. That should be a given, you know? Certain medications, they can be dangerous, but it's the thing with HRT. It's kind of like not really a medication. It is just kind of like everybody has hormones, you know? It's really not the biggest of deals. And I know I missed it. It is what it is. I missed it again. I don't like this gun. It is extremely strong, don't get me wrong. This is an absurdly strong gun. It is so difficult to use though. Because I'm bad. It's not because the gun is bad. It's because I am bad. So yeah, self-medication HRT, not the biggest of deals. Just be aware of the few things you need to be aware of. Like if you have a chronic condition, if you have diabetes, if you are obese, if your lifestyle is sedentary, you know. Take those things into consideration. But it's people make it out to be something that it is not. It is not dangerous. It is just hormones. Everybody has hormones. You know what? I might as well just buy everything, right? Like women just have estradiol in their body, like. You're not gonna die if you have estradiol in your body. Fucking cares. I do understand some people have the concern. It's not even about self-medicating. It's about like you're gonna regret it. But it's kind of like not really. The rates of people who regret taking HRT are very, very low. Very, very low. It's like 0.5%, which is 5 people in 1,000. Those rates are way lower than most rates in medicine. They're actually so low that right now in medicine we're kind of rethinking the way we diagnose gender incongruence to be more open, because the rates of 0.5% regret, 5 in 1,000, they are too low. They are actually too low. So it means our diagnostic processes right now are too strict. So we kind of have to like review that. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of the stuff I have. I don't have that much stuff. Well, this is Zama, so I'll take that. But yeah, it's just not the biggest of deals. I'm gonna use the Vertebrae 47 for the boss fight. This is kind of an easy boss fight though, so I'm not that concerned. But like I said, if your lifestyle isn't that healthy, you know, if you have a chronic condition, if you have convulsions especially, you know, that sort of stuff, then yeah, go to a doctor. Not because you can't get HRT, but because the doctor is gonna help you have HRT in the safest way possible. So that's good. You always want to be safe. But it is not a dangerous drug. It is just hormones. Everybody has hormones. It is just a thing. Oh, that was actually pretty good, the ice. But, well, didn't last for that long, sadly. It's just... I hate this. Well, thankfully we don't really lose the HP upgrades from not flawless in this boss, because it doesn't really matter. The boss doesn't give you an HP upgrade if you flawless it, that's what I mean to say. Still does suck, but it's okay. The Veteran 47 doesn't deal as much damage as I thought it would. But that's okay. We could have definitely flawlessed it, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day, so whatever. I can definitely flawless the second floor boss with this. So, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, sorry, I'm a bit bad with catching up with chat. Because restream is like really bad right now. I want to be a girl, goddammit, I fucking hate my body. I just want to be held by a guy and being told I'm cute. I know this feeling. You're gonna get there. Just keep it in mind. Are you gonna try to move to Florida with Dick? He can come protect you. Probably not, to be entirely honest. Unless things really change in the USA. Like, for example, Bernie Sanders gets elected. Things might change in a very positive way, and I might start thinking about it. But right now, I'm not really worrying about it, because it's just being trans in the USA, you just don't have many of the rights that like I kind of have right now, and I don't want to give away. Like, for example, in the USA, most states, you can be kicked out of your home for being transgender, you can be kicked out of your job for being transgender, you can be refused medical treatment for being transgender. Things that are just like, I can't live like that, you know? I need those things to be able to live. So, I've talked about this with Dick quite a lot. Like, I don't think I'm, like... We don't know exactly how our future is gonna look, and we're not that worried about it right now because I'm still in university, so I can't really move out for now. And Dick is with the army, so he can't move out either for now. So we're not that worried about it, but we've discussed that quite a few times, that it's kind of like, I'm probably not moving to the USA. We're not sure what we're gonna be doing. We might move out, both of us, to somewhere else. His family is also from Russia and Estonia, so maybe we would move to a place like that, or maybe Western Europe. I don't know. We haven't thought. Maybe he's gonna come to Brazil or something. Who knows? It is still far into the future, years from now, so we're not worrying about that much. But apparently the game... Oh, there we go. Apparently nothing. The game is back. I think I'm gonna use the snowballer instead of the radgun for now. I like the snowballer, it's pretty okay. But maybe if things change in the USA, I might think about it, but it's kind of like, you know, even if Bernie Sanders gets elected, he can only change things from an executive level like Obama did, and those things can always be reversed back. That's what sucks. Like Obama's decisions protecting trans people have been just reversed back by Trump. So... things would need to change in a major way in the USA through the legislative or the judicial powers, because then the president can't really change those things, you know? But it's very unlikely, because the judicial power in the USA, they are very conservative. The legislative in the USA, admittedly, they do have quite, you know, some more left wing to it, but it is still majoritarily conservative. Kinda. Like, even the Democrats in the USA, the biggest, let's say, left-wing party, are not really left-wing, are they? They are very conservative themselves, so... we'll see, I guess. You never know what the future holds. But right now, it is not something I'm thinking about. Yeah, let's buy the Primer. Hopefully we can get to the 5th floor to use that. Regular shotgun. Loot bag. I wish I had money for that, actually. Huh. Surprised I don't. No, I'm actually just gonna, like, buy everything, to be entirely honest. You know what? I'll wait on the ammo. We can wait. We don't need to buy it right now. But yeah, hopefully things change in the USA. I would love to see that happen, because I have many friends who are transgender and in the USA right now. And, you know, they're struggling quite a lot. So... I'm rooting for things to improve, but me moving there, not in the near future, no. Well, especially since I do have to finish university anyways, so I don't want to give up on med school. That's a big thing in my life. Alright, I guess we got free ammo. Let's get that. I need to exercise more. I do not exercise at all beyond squats sometimes. Yeah, exercising is good, but I'm not even just talking about exercising. It's just, if you don't live an extremely sedentary lifestyle, you're gonna be fine. Like, you know, if you stand up, if you don't sit down all day, if you move around, if you walk a little bit during the day, you know, you're gonna be fine. But some people, I'm saying this because I know some people literally just stay the whole day in beds. They literally don't leave the beds. Some people stay the whole day on that chair. They literally don't leave the chair. If you're like that, then yes, HRT can be a concern. You should change your lifestyle to avoid the blood clots. But here's the thing, blood clots for you, they are already a concern, even without HRT, because of your lifestyle. You are already in a risk group for having blood clots. So really, even if you're not gonna get HRT, you should still change your lifestyle, because that's just like a good thing. There's no reason not to. Now, being fat is not a problem. Don't get me wrong. Being fat, it's not a problem. If you're fat but active, if you don't sit down all day, if you don't lay in bed the whole day, you know, those things, then it is not that biggest of deals. Now, you can end up developing other issues from, you know, being fat, like diabetes, for example. And that can be an issue. But at the end of the day, hormones are natural, my dudes and my girls. Everybody has hormones. Every woman, well, yeah, every woman in the world right now has hormones. Even if you try to get rid of the hormones, you can't. You're always gonna have some level of hormones. So it's kind of like, they're not dangerous. They're just part of life. You know, you don't need to worry that much. It's not the biggest of deals. People make it up to be like a much bigger deal than it is. Like as if taking HRT was like self-medicating antibiotics, and it's just not. It is just not the same thing at all. Not the same thing at all. Like, there are risks associated with self-medicating antibiotics, and not just risks for you, but risks for society as well, because, you know, it's gonna, like, make it so resistant bacteria to that antibiotic become more prevalent because of natural selection. So you shouldn't self-medicate antibiotics. HRT, it is not really a concern for you. It's not really a concern for society. There's no reason for you not to, unless you have specific chronic conditions like epilepsy and whatnot. I might actually just open this. I have so many keys at this point. What is that? Oh, ammo every 4. That's actually pretty good. I love that. I've had that before. Pretty strong. You get the loot bag by shooting the shopkeeper, making him shut the shop. This unlocks it permanently. So unlocks it in the sense that it wouldn't cost 999. I'm not sure if I want to do that though. Like if I shoot the shopkeeper, he's gonna come back on the next floor, or is he gonna be mad with me forever? Good question, isn't it? I live in poverty, yeah, I can't afford secondary school. That sucks. Secondary school, I assume you mean university. Or do you mean the last 3 years high school? That's what it's called. I assume you're talking about university. I'm lucky that in Brazil, universities, they are free. So for now, I am in med school. I pay 0. I actually used to make a little bit of money long time ago though. A few years ago, like go back quite a few years, I actually got money from university. The game is frozen, by the way. This is not just me just being stupid and just chatting. The game is frozen. But right now, I don't pay anything, you know, so that's like the coolest shit. It kind of, I think that should be like the aim, the goal for like every country on earth, is to have free healthcare, free education, you know, those things are so essential. And I would go even further. Now, I wouldn't say free housing, but housing needs to have a reform, because in a lot of places it is becoming quite a big crisis, you know. People buy houses as an investment, and that makes it so houses are extremely expensive, you know. So a lot of people can't afford housing. I know that's a big issue in Canada right now. It might not be that big of an issue in the USA, in most places in the USA, because the USA is pretty big, but a lot of the places in the USA, they're kind of like deserts, right? So it's like, you're not really gonna move to the desert, are you? So housing, affordable housing, you know, universal healthcare, universal education, those things, I consider them to be, you know, human necessities. Every country should put their efforts into allowing their citizens to have access to those things. That would be the ideal. I hate this room. I've done this room before. I absolutely hate it. So here in Brazil, we do have a few of those things. However, like I said, our current president, he's a very conservative neo-fascist. So he's actually trying to get rid of those things, believe it or not. He currently cuts the... Well, just open it. He cuts the funding for the universities in a third. A third! He reduced the money the universities have right now by a third. That's ridiculous. The universities are protesting a lot, and the part of the government that's, you know, a lot of the governments are trying to, like, get that reversed. But it is still, like, you know, right now, that's the situation right now. And he's trying to get rid of the retirement funds that we have in Brazil. We have a universal retirement fund that everybody has access to. You don't need to have, like, private funding for your own retirement, which is pretty nice. That's another thing that I think every country should have. But it's just stuff like that, right? Like he's trying to attack, they're trying to change the retirement fund to go from a public matter to become a private matter. So you take care of your own private fund. So if you don't, you cannot retire. You're gonna be poor when you retire. And that's basically right now. Oh my gosh, that's the wrong gun. That's not the gun I want to use. I think I want to use the vertebrae. Yeah, let's use the vertebrae. It's not the strongest gun we have, but... Well, it might be the strongest we have, actually. Doing pretty okay so far. I do have blanks. I am gonna use the blank, even though... Fuck! I hate that. Hello, everyone. So yeah, my computer is freezing a little bit. I think it might be a hard drive issue. Do we have the prime primer? I think we might have. Yeah, I think it's a hard drive issue. The thing right now is I don't really have that much money because I'm trying to save money to get facial surgery for myself. So, you know what? Let's do this. Alright, let's try this again. Oh my god, that is insane. Is he even taking damage? Oh, he is. He died. Alright, good stuff. Oh, we got the loot back. Loot bag. Unlocked. We didn't actually get it. We just unlocked it. Alright, well. Do we have anything in the shop? Oh, it is there. Doesn't float. Grunts wealth. Prone to tearing. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Was that worth it? I'm not entirely sure. We will see. Alright, where's the exit? Time to head out. Next floor. Let's go. You could always stream out at 480p. I think that's a Twitch thing. I think it doesn't, like, I can't actually choose to like... I can choose to stream at 480p, but I can't, like, the selector for you to choose the... how much you want. It's up to Twitch. It's not, like, up to the streamer, I don't think. Yeah, you should be able to select 480p, but I've heard, like, Dick, for example, he has had issues with that before, where the selector just wouldn't show up for him for some reason. And I don't know what causes that, but... I've had a streamer friend stream at low res. Yes, you can if you want, yes. I said that wrong. It's just the selector for people to be able to choose the quality for the stream. Wow, I didn't dodge that at all, did I? That was my bad, I'm sorry. Could have handled that a lot better, but it's okay. So you're doing pretty okay. It does suck again that we do not have the HP upgrades that we really wish we did, but whatever. I really wish that I really hope the shop isn't gone forever, cause you know, buying keys is a big deal, isn't it? But we'll see. I did unlock the loot bag at least, so... Oh, I should have reloaded. That was my bad. Reload. Here we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Preemptively dodged that, because I knew the shots are very fast and hard to dodge. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh! It is what it is. That's Gungeon for you. It's just how the game goes. It's a bit frustrating, don't get me wrong, but it is what it is. That's why the HP upgrades are so important. For you to actually have enough HP to, you know, get that type of bullshit and not immediately, like, lose the entire game, you know what I mean? I need to kill the summoner. I hate this boy because he, like, summons those things, like, behind you, so you get hit without even seeing the shots. It's very frustrating. Enemies are getting quite strong right now. It's a bit annoying. I need to get ammo for the vertebrae before I fight the boss, because I don't really have another gun for the boss fight. So, hoping for that. We will see. Or maybe I'll get something better from the chest. That would be nice too, because the vertebrae isn't dealing as much damage as I wish it was. So, it would be nice to get something better. We'll see. But yeah, housing, I saw the message of you saying that housing is also very expensive in Germany. Yeah, it tends to be, especially in cities and stuff like that. Alright, we do not have shops anymore. This absolutely sucks. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. I think I'm gonna munch the camera and the little bomba and try to get a good gun. Or maybe the regular shotgun. I think I'll munch the little bomba. I don't think it's that good. It is okay. It's not bad, but let's see what we get. What is this? I don't think I've ever had this before. Quad laser. No one can defeat it. This seems like absolute garbage. Not gonna lie. Strange artifact fires extremely powerful blast of moon energy. While incredibly slow, it cannot be halted. I'm not so sure about that, to be entirely honest. Where's the snowball? Snowballer. Alright, let's use all the bullets we have for this. Yeah, maybe killing the shopkeeper on the second floor was a big mistake. That's okay. At least we did it already, so we don't need to worry about that anymore, I guess. Already unlocked the loot bag. Ew, ew, ew. Oh, we got ammo. Good stuff. I probably want ammo for the vertebrae. Because I have other guns besides the snowballer that I can use to clear rooms. Oh, there's a summoner actually, huh? I'm glad you walked directly into where I was. That's very kind of you. Helps a ton. Kinda sucks, I'm in a bad spot, but there we go, didn't actually take damage. So that's nice. I'm sad I already lost all of the fucking armor that I had coming into this floor, but it's what it is. We do gain armor every floor though, so shouldn't worry too much about that. Should be absolutely fine. Empty. Regular shotgun, I guess. I think the regular shotgun is actually like pretty okay. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. Oh, I hate that boy. Am I just blank? Because I don't really know how to dodge that garbage. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I'm running low on blanks. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But it's okay. Well, is it okay? Well, I don't know, but you know, we've already done it, so no point in crying about it, I guess. That's what I mean to say. Trying to find the chests. I'm hoping for some good guns, because, you know, kind of running low on ammo on all the guns that I currently have. Now, I know I need to kill the summoner, but the summoner's kind of like really far away, so kind of had to clear my way through. It's okay. The regular shotgun actually seems pretty strong. Not gonna lie. I haven't used the freezing bomb in like such a long time. Should start working on that. You know what? There he goes. Good stuff. Didn't deal as much damage as I wish it would. But you know what? It did get the enemies frozen, so that's worth something, right? It must be worth something. Something small. Real anime girl noises. What? Ah! Is that a real anime girl noise? What a weird animes are you watching? If. There we go, good stuff, good stuff. I was hoping for more ammo drops, you kinda need it. Sorry I'm not commenting as much, I'm very sleepy, don't worry about it. Like I said, I myself mostly use streams as background noise. So really, if you're gonna use me as background noise, that's very flattering. Oh, there we go. We got the ammo we were looking for. Let's get it for the vertebrae. It is our boss killer right now, so... that was the wrong button. I pressed the space bar to dodge roll. That's not the button for dodge rolling. I am sorry. I regret it immediately. This gun is absolutely awful. But you know what? That's perfect for the gun launcher. Oh no! It only works once. Alright, that sucks. Alright, let's go back to the regular shotgun, I guess. I've been up for 12 hours, woke up 3 AM American time. That kind of sucks. I usually wake up at 5 and it is really bad, but, you know, sometimes I can get a nap after I come home from university. But yeah. Being awake for 12 hours really blows. You always want to take a quick nap, you know, when you can. Sometimes even 15 minutes is amazing. Alright, we need this. Give me something good. Whatever this is. Grappling hook, rapid transit. Synergizes with the... Alright, I hate that. It synergized exactly with the gun. I wish it hadn't. So, that kind of blows. But you know what? I'll try it. It might actually be really amazing. Do you drive? Yes, I do. I've been driving for a long time. Many years. Drive manual, because in Brazil, automatic cars, they're more expensive. So we tend to not have automatics that much. We tend to drive manual, most people. I hate this gun. But yeah. I do enjoy driving. It is fun, but at the same time, it is very tiring. Not driving itself, but the traffic can be very tiring. Very frustrating. And you know, sometimes you really just want to get home and you're like, alright, I have to drive for half an hour to get back home. You know, drive for 1 hour if there's traffic to get back home. Those things just blows. In Ohio, you must have a licensed driver with you when you're learning. No one wants to help me. Plus, I need my own car. It's a mess. Here, it's like you need to go to driving school to actually be able to drive. But then once you go through the driving school and you pass the driving test, you don't need to worry. You can actually just drive. So, it's good in that sense. I swear to God, that happens so much. So much. I pressed the dodge button and the dodge just didn't come out. Until I got hit. I don't know what's up with Gungeon. If it is Gungeon, if it is my computer, if it is my reaction time, there's something wrong. Because that happens a lot. This time it was my bad. This time it was slow reaction time on my part. But I don't know why I switched to the rad gun. That's all I wanted. But I swear to God that happens so much where I dodge roll and get hit by bullets as I'm dodge rolling, and I hate that. I tried to blank, but I actually used all of my blanks. So, we are in a bad spot right now. I think killing the shopkeeper doomed this run, to be entirely honest with you. Because I really needed stuff from the shop, but it's okay. This was a horrible fight, and this is a boss I have perfected before with cheap guns. I don't even need a strong gun to perfect this boss, but it's just... it is what it is. Liquid's Valkyrie, maximum pain. Slows enemy projectiles. Seems okay. Well, this floor absolutely sucked, and the next floor is gonna be even worse. So I'm a bit worried about that. Not gonna lie. Let's go down. I'm gonna ride a bike my whole life. That's not that bad though. Bikes, they're good in the sense that they basically have the same speed in traffic as cars, and also they are healthy and they are cheap. You don't need to be buying like drill unlocked, whatever that means. You don't need to be buying gas for the bike or whatnot, right? The thing that sucks about bikes is that it makes you sweat. So if you wear makeup like I do, it kind of like becomes an issue. So that's why I don't ride bikes. But I like biking. And if I didn't have to wear makeup in order to pass, I would probably bike a little bit more than I do. But right now, as is, I need the makeup. Maybe after I get facial surgery, I won't need it as badly anymore. We'll see. Well, maybe I should have gotten ammo for the vertebrae, actually. Now that I think about it. It really sucks because the shop is where I would buy HP, the shop is where I would buy keys, the shop is where I would buy ammo, you know, the stuff I need, and I got rid of the shop forever, so I'm in quite a pickle on this run. Quite a pickle. We'll see what happens. Tons of money, no way to spend it, at least for now. For long distance, maybe I'll use a motorbike or something. The thing that sucks with motorbikes is that they're very dangerous. Never cleaned the forthcoming run using not but this nail gun. I've done that before, so I accept the challenge. Oh no, this is a problem. Alright, okay, I was gonna say alright and okay at the same time, but you know what I mean. We don't need to reload the nail gun. I was trying to reload it a lot, but you don't need to, so good stuff. Makes things a lot easier, actually. I needed to blank, because I messed that up. Well, there goes the challenge, I guess. I should have destroyed that boy, but here's the thing, the nail gun does like very little damage. So I was trying to focus on killing the enemies. Well, bad decision, I guess. I bet Dick loves you just the way you are. He does, but I don't love myself the way I am. It's not that I hate myself. I'm definitely very happy with myself right now. But challenge complete. Did that actually work? Seems like it did, maybe? It did, huh? And the Mark 10, I think I've used this before and it's very good. But yeah, it's not that I hate myself. I'm very happy with myself. I get to live as a girl. That's my dream. That was my dream for my whole life. So I'm extremely happy. But it does take a lot of effort. And you know, I'm always trying to look into ways to like improve myself, you know. I don't settle down ever. So always exercising, always dieting, always, you know, I learned to do makeup, etc, etc. Voice training, that was a big thing too. And facial surgery is my next step, you know, is my next goal that I'm working towards. It's not that I hate myself, but I would definitely love to have a better looking face and not having to wear makeup all the fucking time, because not just gets expensive, not that expensive, but you know, it is money, right? But it would also allow me to do other things, like for example biking, like for example swimming in the sea. Dick was mad at me when I was there with him and we went to the beach because I didn't want to swim into the sea. And I was like, my dude, I'm wearing makeup. I don't want to lose the makeup here on the beach, you know? And have like everybody look at me and be like, oh, look at the fucking tranny, you know? So maybe after facial surgery those concerns will be lessened and I'll be able to have a more comfortable life. That's the primary thing. It's kind of a bad spot to be in. And I will admit, the Mark 10 is not dealing as much damage as I wish it was. But still doing okay though. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. This floor has been really good so far, actually, surprisingly. Despite everything. I think you're amazing, Lika. I think you're a super beautiful girl. I think you're too hard on yourself. You passed really well. Thank you. I do appreciate it. However, I've never even used the grappling hook, right? Alright, I see what it does. That seems interesting. That might actually allow us to get the last piece, the helmets. That you have to cross the thing. We'll see. Cross like the chasm. It's not that I think I look horrible or anything like that. It's just, you know, like I said, I'm always trying to find ways to improve myself, you know, never settling down. Trying to always be better. White goo on stone, kindles blanks. Not sure what that means. Increases blank regeneration. That seems good. Since I don't have access to the shop, I appreciate having the blank there too. That's pretty good. I pass I passed well. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I passed well. However, you have no idea how much makeup I'm wearing. It may not look like it on the webcam stream. I'm wearing a lot of makeup. I'm wearing foundation. I'm wearing a compact powder. And I'm wearing 2 layers of foundation actually in compact powder. It's a trick that maybe I'll teach on YouTube one day. I'll make a tutorial teaching how to do makeup. But you basically you do the foundation, then you do the compact powder, then you do the foundation again in areas, specific areas like the front of your face, and then you do the powder again to hide like any blemishes or cuts that you might have from shaving, because I still shave, even though I am doing laser, but you know, it's still a necessity. So you do like a double layer basically. Alright, that's the boss. Good stuff, good stuff. But yeah, and then I'm wearing the eyeliner, I'm wearing mascara, I'm wearing a little bit of blush. The blush is kind of not that necessary. I'm wearing the lipstick. And you know... Oh my god, that sucks. You know what? Trusty shotgun. I hate that I took damage there, but... I mean... We were in a tough spot and I had to switch guns, so... I'm not gonna sweat that much. Now whoever is here at the top, I hate you. Maybe I should use like the quad laser. It said it couldn't be stopped, and it was stopped by the wall. I don't understand that. Let's try the quad laser, maybe. Go, go, my babies. You can do this. You know what? Where's the boat? There we go. The Corsair. Oh, he dies actually in 1 hit of the laser. That's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. What is that axe? Axe on the wall. I don't understand. Very confused, but that's okay. I knew that was gonna happen. God, I hate Gungeon so much sometimes. Alright, that was nothing here actually. Cool beans. You know what? Did we open the chest? Yes, we did. Alright, let's keep going. I don't want any makeup. I cannot afford it. It's not that expensive. You can get foundations and a compact powder for 10 bucks. Then a lipstick for 10 bucks. The eyeliner for 10 bucks. The eyeliner is not that necessary, admittedly. It's kind of more optional. But the foundation, the compact powder, the lipstick, 10 bucks each. And they can last for up to 3 months, really. But it depends how often you use it, though. Like, since I use the compact powder every day, it lasts for like a month, kinda. But that's like using it every day, like using it a lot, you know what I mean? If you use it less, it's not that big of a concern. No, not the regular shotgun. The snowballer. It's time to get rid of you. It's not that expensive, but yeah, if you are short on money, it can be very, very... very difficult to afford makeup. And I think I'll get rid of the quad laser, to be honest. Till I get a new job. I'm 5'6", so I guess I can eventually pass. I don't think being tall is that big of a deal. Oh no, it's the sawn off. I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh no, I can't. That blows. I don't think being tall is that big of a deal. It's kind of more like... I don't know, it's more like your face, I guess. Which HRT helps a lot, but it's not everything. Like, I'm many years into HRT and I still have to wear makeup to pass, so... I think I'll keep using the Corsair. It's actually nothing, so... See if this works. It does! I'm pretty happy about that. I'm just a bit worried if we're gonna survive the boss fight, to be entirely honest with you. I do not have enough bullets on the vertebrae for the boss fight, so that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a huge problem. And this room is gonna absolutely suck. I might blank this room, actually. It's actually not going that bad. You know what? Maybe the Corsair upgrade for the ship gun is actually amazing. And I'm definitely getting bullets for the vertebrae. It's nice to get a key too. You know what? The Corsair is actually pretty good. Now, the normal Corsair, it is very bad. But the upgraded Corsair seems pretty solid to me. I like it. Seems to be doing pretty okay. It seems like the the bullets I shoot, they shoot like cannons or something. Like cannonballs. That seems like really strong. I think that's what dealing the most damage with this gun. So I'm pretty happy about that, not gonna lie. Even though I did talk garbage about this gun. Did say it was absolute trash. It's actually doing good work. But it is upgraded. This is not the default behavior of the gun, I don't think. So maybe I shouldn't praise it too much. Just a little bit. Oh, I think this is like really, really good. The Stinger. I might use this for the boss. Alright, seems like it is time. Time for the truth. If we manage this boss fight and get to the next floor, we have all the pieces we're missing to upgrade, well, to get access to the past. So, we'll see how that goes. I heard the lashes are a big part of looking girly. I wouldn't say so. I mean, I do wear mascara all the time, do not get me wrong, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. I think the biggest thing is the contrast in the face, you know? So you use the foundation, again, the same thing again, is me dodge rolling and still taking damage. Admittedly, I did take damage there without the dodge roll, so it's kind of like whatever, I guess, but still, that kind of fucking blows. Please allow me to switch the vertebrae, thank you. I died. I swear to God, I pressed the button for the blank. There's something about Gungeon, my blanks, my dodge rolls, everything I do has a delay to it. And it just makes, you know, when I'm like in a tight situation, I'm like, I need to do this, I need to roll, I need to blank. I press the buttons and I still take the damage. That's the biggest thing I have with Gungeon, is that I don't know if it is because I'm too used to how Dark Souls worked for me, because Dark Souls for me for the longest time, it was kind of like you press a dodge, you immediately go into like the iframes, not immediately, but the delay is very low. And I was able to do like so much clutch dodging and react to things so well, but that doesn't seem like that works in Gungeon at all. Every time I try to react a bit like too close, it just messes me up. I dodge roll and take damage. I take the damage and blank right after. It doesn't work. So I kind of have to figure out how to play Gungeon, and playing Gungeon would probably mean like using the blanks and using the dodge roll with a little bit of antecedence to account